Hello everyone. So we are going to start our first lecture, Industrial 4.0 Revolution. So we will going to understand what is Industrial 4.0 Revolution, what are its different components and how those components interact to each other. So let's take a look at what are the topics we are going to cover in this particular lecture. Topics we will cover today are: first we will see what is Industrial 4.0, then we see history of Industrial Revolution, then we see 9 pillars of Industry 4.0, fundamental principles, benefits of smart manufacturing, IoT and data-driven software. Then we'll see with pros you get cons also. So we'll see what are the drawbacks of 4.0. Then we see the conclusion. What is the conclusion of all the points all together? What technonauts analyze that Industrial 4.0 is going to impact the industry. So Industry 4.0 can be looked from different aspects. The first point is that it is a new phase in the evolution of mankind's manufacturing process, and Industry 4.0 really started to take shape in the 2010s, as in 2010 the computing power of the computer started to increase and mobile also introduced in the industry, and people started to use different mobile technologies, and Bluetooth, wireless and other technologies also came up. So these made the devices and people more connected to each other. That's where the industrial revolution took place, and as it allowed for the development of applications which could link the devices and the widespread use of Bluetooth and wireless technologies. So introduction of smartphones has really impacted the Industry 4.0, and it all got started from 2010. So last point to understand this is, so the idea of manufacturing will be revamped completely in this new era. In the Industrial 4.0, the product designers has to rethink, because more of manual work has been removed and automation has taken over it. So you have to see, so the product designers has to rethink to redesign the product. So that is a major change which is going to impact in Industry 4.0. Coming on to understand revolution, how the revolution has taken place. So in 1900 the first revolution came, which was majorly of mechanization, steam power, steaming looms and very basic infrastructure and different basic machineries. So single machine and many users was the motto of first industrial revolution. So because it was the initial phase of revolution, so it was single machine and many users. Second was the era of technology, which was also known as technological revolution, which was the Industrial 2.0 revolution, which include more of assembly line, mass production, electric energy. So the tagline for this particular revolution was many machines and many users. Third was the digital revolution, which started taking place when the mobile and computers came into existence. So when computer came into existence, everything from analog has started to change into digital. So the terminology which was majorly widespread was used was the computer and automation, and where there were many machines and you have many machines for each users. So what was the difference? There was the different machines were not interconnected, but yes, machines had impacted in digital revolution. So the next is the Industrial 4.0 revolution, in which there is cyber physical, IoT, analytics, big data and 3D printing has taken care of, has took off very beautifully. So the tagline for this internet of things with smart factory. So in nutshell, the factories have become more smart, and the different components and different machineries got the Wi-Fi now. So the real-time status of those machines, real-time tracking, operational and different usage could be analyzed and the decisions could be taken. So that is a major part of the Industrial 4.0, and we are experiencing the different kinds of technology crop up and being used by different industrialists. So that is about the history of revolution. The first pillar of Industrial 4.0 revolution is cognitive computing. So the goal of cognitive computing is to simulate human thought process in a computerized model using self-learning that uses data mining, pattern recognition, and natural language processing. So the computer can mimic the way how the human brain works. This is a very interesting field to work on, and this is one of the key aspects of Industry 4.0 revolution. The next pillar is RFID technology. RFID technology is the radio frequency identification, which uses electromagnetic field to actually automatically identify and track the tags attached to the objects. So an RFID tag consists of a tiny radio transponder, a radio receiver, and a transmitter. Next pillar is big data analytics. Big data analytics is a field that treats the way to analyze, systematically extract information from, or otherwise deal with the data set that are too large or complex to deal with. So by traditional data processing application software. So big data analytics is also growing in a very, very exponential rate, and people are expecting a lot of good results from it. Next comes the advanced robotics. Advanced robotics programming concept includes to capture the data using the sensors of such as touch, ultrasonic, or light sensors that allow a robot to interact with the real world around it. Because of these, many robots today have monitors containing built-in programs to communicate with the robot controlling systems and other applications. So this is one of the important things which has revolutionized the manufacturing industry. Next comes mobile technologies. Mobile technologies includes Android and iOS technologies, and to leverage the capability of a mobile device to understand your business use case and give an output. So mobile technology is impacting every industry: healthcare, automation, every domain, airport industry, telecom industry, everything, retail industry, e-commerce. So the new use cases are being developed using the mobile technologies and being served also. So this is also a key pillar in your Industry 4.0. Next comes the IoT. IoT is the connected world where every device has a internet, either via a LAN, Wi-Fi, Storm, or different protocols, and all the devices are connected. Next comes is the cloud computing. Cloud computing is the Google, AWS, and Amazon, Microsoft, all are providing you a cloud computing power. So you could use their infrastructure and infrastructure as a service, platform as a service. You could use their infrastructure, deploy your applications there, run. So this way you are reducing your cost, and they have the pay as you go use model also. So that is also being increased. Next is the cybersecurity, as the data is present all over the internet. So, and also being open to the cloud storage. So there is always a risk that your data might be stolen. So cloud security should be very, very good in place. So this is also key aspect. And then you have machine to machine interaction. So every machine in the connected world is interacting to one another with a centralized hub or different interaction models. So this is also a very key aspect in your 9 pillars. So this way, these are the 9 pillars which everyone has to follow and take care when they are designing any system. Next comes fundamentals of Industry 4.0. So there are major 4 fundamentals which one has to take care while working with this revolution or the technologies pertaining to Industry 4.0. The first thing you should keep in the mind is the interconnections. So ability for the technology and people to communicate effortlessly in a smart ecosystem. That should be your motto when you are designing a system, because the system is interconnected. Second point is the transparency, because your data is present in the cloud storage and the user, you are capturing the user data. So the use of data and statistics manufacturing processes to allow the innovation and improvement. And since you are capturing the logs also real time, so there should be a targeted troubleshooting of the problems we need to take care of. Third is the technical assistance. Since you are capturing the data real time, you know where the fault is, and also the machines are taking care of all the physical activity which were done by manually previously, but now they are being automated. Suppose, for example, Jenkins is taking care of the automation of builds right now. So your code has been taken care from your Git repository, being deployed, built, and then the build has been deployed to the server also, and if the health check fails of that build, so every stakeholder gets a mail reply. So that is one of the very good aspects of technical assistance. Then the fourth arm which you should have take care is the decentralized decision. So everything is either automated or controlled remotely. So cyber physical systems can make decisions on their own and perform tasks in an autonomous manner. So these are the four arms which everyone has to take care of. These are the four fundamentals. Again, iterating, these are interconnections, transparency, technical assistance, and decentralized decisions. So after understanding fundamentals of Industry 4.0, let's come to the benefits of smart industry, benefits of IoT and smart manufacturing. So we have four major advantages of using smart manufacturing. First is asset efficiency. So when you are using the modern interconnected system, so you will have a very good look or real-time status tracking of all the assets. And if some of the assets of your manufacturing plant is not working, you could pay attention at the real time. So thereby you can increase your asset efficiency. Second is higher productivity and ROI, since your assets will be working eventually, and you can control the load balance also in your complete manufacturing process. So you will eventually increase your productivity and in turn affecting your ROI. Third is the reduced operational cost. So when a lot of manual process will be automated, so you will have a reduced operational cost, and the operational cost is also automated, and some of the auto recovery modes or automatic robots or data analytics comes into picture. So you could have a very good impact on the operational cost also. Fourth is the agility of production. So since you will have a very good time to invest in your product design and in turn in your process oriented manufacturing, so thereby you can affect your agility of production also. You can achieve a good agility and good hold on your business. So these are the major advantages of using the smart manufacturing. So with every benefits, you have some drawbacks also. So with Industry 4.0, we have majorly two drawbacks. One is the security threat. Second is lack of technical knowledge. Let's understand what is security threat. So since you are using more and more of cloud storage, so your data might be compromised as it is available in the cloud. It's not present on the on-premise. And if there are no strong protocols in place, your prototypes and designs might be stolen. Additionally, malwares and spywares can enter in your software and hamper your algorithms and everything. So how you can prevent that and how you can enhance this? So then the pillar of cybersecurity comes into the picture. So you can have a strong data encryption techniques, and then you could have a very good stronghold on caching mechanism also, and then you can delete the unwanted data which have been cached, which are not in use, so since thereby reducing your live data over the system. So this way you can prevent your security threat. Second is lack of technical knowledge. What do you mean by lack of technical knowledge is? So this Industry 4.0 is a little advanced concept in terms of technology learning, and the learning curve might be very steep. So you need to keep up the pace with the learning platforms. How you can do that? So you can follow the tutorials or follow the online tutorials which are already available, follow the online manuals which are present, support manuals, and also the business owners has to take care that they do not calibrate the devices faulty, otherwise they end up paying more in terms of reducing the cost, because they will hamper the device and in turn increasing the cost of the project. So lack of technical knowledge is one other thing. So how you can keep up the pace, you can follow technonauts to understand the latest technology which are keep up the pace. So these are two drawbacks which you have to be taken care of. With this, we come to the end of our presentation. So after understanding the drawbacks, we will give you the conclusion. What are the conclusions technonauts have to make about the 4.0 revolution? So we have major four conclusions to make. One is the manufacturing process. So Industry 4.0 signals new way of thinking. So product designers, stakeholders, business owners, business analysts, and everyone has to redefine or rethink the business. So by leveraging those latest technologies. Next, Second point is the adoption of IoT. So as soon as you adopt this IoT, you will be impacting your productivity and ROI. And so the data-driven analytics and connectivity will be a crucial for manufacturers. Third point is the high competitive landscape. So product designers, business analysts, everyone has to be on their toes to rethink and be fast in their approach to adopt these latest technologies and start working towards them. Coming up to the fourth point, which is time is now. So people ask when we have to start using these technologies. So the thing is, time is now, because the revolution is already taken place and we are into it. So start integrating your smart manufacturing with the latest technology, whether it is blockchain, IoT, or impacting your business production. So as soon as you introduce themselves, so your operation and everything will be revamped. So people has to be on their toes. So time is now, start investing your time. So these are four. With this, we say goodbye and thank you for staying with us. So thank you very much. Stay connected, subscribe our channel